I'm a big fan of drones. Yes. Until a few years ago, that technology was associated with the science fiction movies. But today it's a reality, which is changing our world in the way that we never dream of. So I would like to tell you about some examples how we use drones in our daily life and in the business, and why I'm so freak about the drones. But let me start with a short story. When I was a kid, I built kites in a modeling club with my friends. And we fly with these kites, and very often that kites hit the ground, crashed, and we spent hours and hours and even days to fix it, build new ones, and try and find replacement spare parts. But those days, finding spare parts and replacing parts was really, really difficult. So that was annoying, and we were irritating. And many of my friends and me, we move our interest to the other activities like sports, scouting. And but I always was curious about the flying objects in airspace. And I'm a big fan of Top Gun, of course, and watch all of them 100 times both. But interesting, I never, ever want to be a pilot. So I never thought that 30 years later, my friend came to me and said, Rob, you love these flying machines, and you do not want to be a pilot, so I have something for you. And he showed me a movie recorded from the drone, from the flying remote control machine. And that picture, that movie was fantastic. Beautiful, colorful, and great resolution, a stable picture. And he said, yes, this is a drone. This is something for you. And I saw a machine with 4 propellers, with 4 motors, some electronic devices inside. And I could fly up more than 100 meters up, down, left, right. I could make figures in airspace with that object. And the range more than 1 kilometer, and stayed in an airspace, not for 3-4 minutes like available toys that time, but for the 20, even 25 minutes. So I said, that's absolutely amazing technology, and that technology will change the world like internet did. And very soon we're going to see plenty of them, hundreds of them and thousands of them in our airspace. And definitely we need some regulation for that. So, by the way, maybe you know, maybe don't, but 2013, Poland was the first country in the world which prepared the regulation for the drone pilots how to safely fly. It's good to remember. So, let me give you a few examples how we use the drones. The fastest industry, using the growing fastest industry, which is using the drones, it's agriculture and transportation. In agriculture, we use drones in 2 ways. First way, we use drone with the special camera to observe the whole plantation, the fields, and we looking for some abnormalities, looking for insects, weeds, some bacteria, some not enough water. So if we find that such a place, we can react precisely. We can add fertilizer, we can add water, we can add what we need precisely to the point, not to whole field as before. And second way, in agriculture, we spray from the drone the whole plantation, or not whole plantation. Traditionally, farmers, they use big machines or planes for the spraying, and they're using the generally old systems, so they're producing pretty big drops, and that drops hit the plants, bounce from the leaves, and hit the ground, and are soaking by the ground, and going to the underwater ground, and then to the rivers, and polluting environment. When we use a drone, and we know we can attack the exact point with the problem on the field, we're using a precise macro dropping system. So when we spray from the drone, the plantation, the plants, we're just touching the leaves, and 99% of the fertilizer is staying on the leaf, helping. Nothing, or almost nothing, is going to the ground. And generally, it's very ecological, and it's safe and minimize the using of fertilizer and other chemicals, and minimizing using of the water, because we're all the time controlling from the airspace, the saturation of the water in the field. And we save money. And now this is a part of precise agriculture or smart farming. In transportation, now every single day we deliver packages with medicaments and other necessary products in Central Africa to some countries every single day. And based on the McKinsey information, up to now, there's almost 1 million civil drone missions was accomplished in Central Africa. And also we use drones during the COVID in Poland. You know that at the National Stadium we had a hospital, and the crucial information for the doctors was who is positive, who is negative. So they, after the test, they send this test to the laboratory by the car, and that trip takes 1 hour, something like that, because of the traffic, etc. So we use the drone to transport this test from the National Stadium to the laboratory, and we cut that time for 10, sometimes to 15 minutes. So it's pretty good. And another example, when I used to be in Middle East, Dubai, sorry, I forgot the name of the city, in Dubai, I saw 2017, right? I saw the first time the concept of the drone taxi. Can you imagine drone taxi? The machine that you come in and you are alone without a driver, without a pilot, and you just choosing the destination and you just fly away. And that was a concept, that was just prototype. But 7 years later, in Paris, last year, I seated exact in such a drone taxi, and that could fly. And I could almost touch the screen, but I decided not, because I never want to be a pilot. So that's my choice. And another example, my last vacation, my son used to be in Dublin, Ireland, and he called me and said, "Daddy, I ordered burgers," and you know where, and shake. And I received SMS that the package is at the front of the door. So I opened the door, and drone is hovering in airspace with some hook and the bag, and inside was my burger. So he was shocked, but he said, "Son, that's normal right now." And drone also save lives. How? If someone is missed in a tough terrain, police is organizing a group of people, 10, 20, 50, even 100, to search that missed person. And it takes, of course, hours, and the searching also, it takes few hours and even a few days. And the final condition of that person, if it's successful, it's really bad or critical. The condition is really critical. So when we start using the drones for searching people, after the information at the police station, we preparing the drones in a 10, 15 minutes, and we're sending one or group of drones. And the maximum time to find a person with a thermal camera, it's a maximum 3 hours. So it's huge, huge difference. And another a unique style of using a drone is archaeology. Maybe you know, but maybe don't. But now the approach of archaeologists is changed a lot because they're using a special multispectral camera, and when they're observing interesting place, when they're looking for some odd facts, they're using multispectral camera because multispectral cameras see this, the objects in many colors. So then you can take the picture and you can take out the single color and you can see the same place in a different way. So now they find out how so many places, some hills, they never thought that there will be something, some hills, and around under the hill there's some ancient ruins. So I could tell you more examples of how we use the drones, and the group is like inspection of the roofs, inspection of gas pipelines, energy lines, and geodesy, orthophoto maps, just taking some information, what's going on the ground, controlling the border, etc. So as you see, that phenomenal technology, it's for open-minded people to have challenge and are ready for the challenge to explore the world in a different way. But there's always some but. In that technology, phenomenal technology, in the hands of ignorance, idiots, or let's say bad people, it could be extreme danger. Why? I give you some examples. On the one side of the border, some country, they find out a small drone, plane, made in garage, with 4 boxes of illegal goods. The border guards, they find out inside SD card, and on that SD card was the trajectory of that drone. And that drone crossed the border. You know how many times in one day? 70. That means that drone made in garage, delivered to another country, illegal goods, almost 300 boxes. And another example, I talked with the police officer from London, and he told me, Rob, one time we had a situation that the older people from part of the London, they called to the police station and said there's some plastic toys in the airspace flying around their houses. And of course we note that, but without any reaction. And after a few days later, they find out that many houses was robbed. So criminal group used the drones to type house. They fly close to the windows, see what is inside, how rich is this house, and also looking for the not properly closed windows, wickets, garage doors, and other stuff. And also flying with the drones close to the airport, it's extremely dangerous because the most sensitive part when the passenger plane is landing or departing is that moment. So a real case, 2018 Gatwick Airport in London, some crew of the passenger plane saw the drone exactly on the path, small drone, so they fly away and they send information, and the crew of the airport, they stop all of the processes on that airport. So that situation hits 140,000 passengers, 140,000, and 1,000 flights. And that was absolutely forbidden. And it not only happened at the Gatwick, but also at Chopin and many other places. And another one example that the drone is not used properly or with some bad intention is economical espionage. People want to talk, and people, they have meetings, sometimes very important meetings, very sensitive meetings. They're exchanging some new ideas, and they feel free at their offices, at the 45th floor, 15th floor, I don't know, somewhere. And they don't know that in the same moment, the drone with the special microphone could hang, hover in airspace, and record, or even record not only voice, but also whole meeting. And the worst part, it's a terrorism. And because I'm in that business, I observed that for many years. And the question is not if something happened, but when. So the small drones in the hands of terrorists, it's a catastrophe. And I am not giving you examples from the world to not inspire everyone, or someone here, but just want to close that topic. And because I do not want to leave you with that dark picture, just last example, and it is very fresh, month ago, in Kłodzko region. The group of firefighters from fire department, they had a knowledge from 2 independent sources that the huge water wave is coming and probably is going to destroy some houses and sink them. So they made a decision to immediately evacuate that families. So they did. And very soon that wave came and destroyed and flooded houses. And that information, that independent source, was the 2 drones that they used that day to observe the situation. So as a big fan of drone, I'm staying here and ask everyone here to do everything which is possible to use that technology for progress of humanity, for good goals, and for the better tomorrow. Thank you.